Good morning, my dear students. This is teacher Kelvin Fudiwanyabura. We are going to tackle mathematics, a very interesting topic. The topic is commission. So, commission is our topic today, being the 13th of April 2021. So to start with, I'd want to make you understand what we mean by the term commission. A commission, when a salesperson is employed in a certain company, maybe a sales company, that person is normally paid a certain amount of money, which is the basic salary, maybe every month. And then the salesperson is told, so as to promote sales, he's told that when you sell goods worth a certain amount of money, or when you sell goods above a certain amount of money, you are going to be given a certain percentage of commission. That is what we call commission. So it's an additional payment that is made to a salesperson to motivate that salesperson to make more sales. So how do we calculate commission? That is the first thing we start with. How do we get commission? So we start with the formulas, then I'll give you examples that will enable you to understand better on this. So commission is given by the rate of commission, which is in percentage, rate of 100, multiplied by the sales. So that's how you get the commission. Commission is equals to the rate, which is expressed as a percentage multiplied by the sales. Then, in a certain question, you may be told to get the total earnings. Total earnings, in a question on commission, you may be told to get the total earnings. Total earnings is equals to the basic salary. Basic salary, this is the amount of money that the salesperson is paid every month plus the commission. Plus the commission, that is the amount of money, the additional payment now that is given in a certain rate, percentage rate. So these are the two very important things that you should note. How to get commission is the rate of commission given multiplied by the sales made. And then how to get the total earnings, it is basic salary, that is the amount of money that is sent at every, that is paid at that particular person every month, then plus the commission. Now, we can have an example there. For example, a salesperson who receives a basic salary of 20,000 shillings per month is given a 5% commission for sales made every month. For sales made every month. Calculate his commission. That is part A. Calculate part A. His commission if he sold goods worth 200,000 shillings. That is part A. Part B, calculate his total earnings, that month. Calculate his total earnings that month. So we are told that a salesperson who receives a basic salary of 20,000 per month is given a 5% commission for sales made every month. So in a certain month, he made sales worth 200,000 shillings. Calculate his commission in that month. Now, back to our two formulas. Commission is equal to the rate, which is in percentage, rate of 100, multiplied by the sales. In this case, if we have to handle question A, part A, we'll say that commission solution so we are told calculate his commission if he sold goods worth 200,000 shillings. So back to our formula. Commission is equal to the rate of 100 times sales. In our question, we are told that this salesperson is given a 5% commission for sales made every month. And then the question is, calculate his commission if he sold goods worth 200,000 in that month. Now, using our formula, commission is equals to rate of 100 multiplied by the sales. Then, in this case, our commission will be equals to the rate we are given as 5%. So it will be 5%. How much did he sell that month? He sold goods worth 200,000. So it's 5% of 200,000. So our commission that month will be 5% of 500,000 by 101 by 102,000. 2,000 multiplied by 5. Let us get it from the calculator. 2,000 multiplied by 5, that is 10,000 shillings. So the commission for that man in that month is 10,000 shillings. Rate 5% multiplied by the sales made of 200,000 Kenya shillings. That is part A. Part B, calculate his total earnings that month. Calculate his total earnings that month. Back to our formulas, we saying that total earnings is equals to basic salary plus the commission. And in this question, our example here, we are told that a salesperson who receives a basic salary of 200,000 shillings. That means that the total earnings, which is given by basic salary plus the commission. In our case here, the basic salary is 20,000 per month. So total earnings will be equals to 20,000 shillings per month plus the commission that we've calculated in part A, which is 10,000 per month. And therefore, his total earnings in that month is 30,000 Kenya shillings. I hope that example is well understood. That is just an introductory example. That commission is given by the rate of 100 times the sales. In our question, he is given a 5% commission for sales made every month. So our rate will be 5 over 100. Then we are told to calculate his commission if he sold goods worth 200,000 shillings. Therefore, our sales will be 200,000 shillings. Applying the formula, our commission is 5 over 100 multiplied by 200,000 shillings, and we get it as 10,000 Kenya shillings. Question B is calculate his total earnings that month. And back to our formula, we know that total earnings is given by basic salary plus the commission. And we are told that in that month, every month he is always paid 20,000 shillings as the basic salary. Therefore, our total earnings will be 20,000 shillings plus the commission that we got in A, which is 10,000 shillings, and therefore our total earning that month will be 30,000 Kenya shillings. That is a good example. Now, my dear student, having understood that, I want us to do something else. Sometimes in our questions, we may be told that he is paid a certain rate of commission for sales in excess of. So I want us to deal with that area, sales in excess of. Sales in excess of, or sales above. When we are told sales in excess of or sales above. So, sales in excess of or sales above a certain amount. Sales above a certain amount of money. So I want us to know what to do. We may be told that a salesperson is given a 5% commission for sales in excess of 100,000 Kenya shillings. So, for instance, if we get that example, that a salesperson receives a 7% commission for sales above 100,000 shillings. He sold goods worth 280,000 shillings. Calculate his commission. Calculate his commission that month. So my dear student, I want us to understand this area. That we are told the salesperson is given a 7% commission for sales above 100,000 shillings. What does this mean? If the salesperson sells goods worth 90,000 shillings, he is not going to receive any commission. If the salesperson sells goods worth 100,000 shillings, he is not going to get any commission. But if the salesperson sells goods above 100,000 shillings, he will get the commission for the goods which are above 100,000 shillings. For example, my dear students, this one you'll answer it, and I know you'll be answering. If he sells goods worth 120,000 shillings, how much goods is he going to get commission from? It's goods worth 20,000 shillings, because he receives commission for goods above 100,000 shillings. And therefore, if he sells goods worth 120,000 shillings, he will only receive commission from goods worth 20,000, because 20,000 is the amount that is above 100,000 shillings. Back to our example. A salesperson receives a 7% commission for sales above 100,000 shillings. He sold goods worth 280,000 shillings. Calculate his commission that month. Solution. The first thing you need to know is he sold goods worth 280,000. So the total sales was 280,000 shillings. But he is given commission for sales above 100,000 shillings. So for us to get the sales from which you'll get the commission, we'll take, for us to get the sales from which you'll get the commission, we'll take the total sales, which is 280,000 100,000 and subtract 100,000. Why are we subtracting 100,000? Because he is given commission for sales above 100,000. Therefore, the sales from which he will receive the commission is sales of 180,000. My dear student, I hope you are getting it. Once you've gotten the sales from which you'll get the commission after subtracting the 100,000, now you can calculate the commission. And now using our formula, our commission is given by the rate over 100 times the sales. In this case, the rate is 7%. So 7 over 100 multiplied by the sales of 180,000. So we'll take 7% multiplied by 180,000 and we'll have gotten the commission. So 7% multiplied by 180,000 and the commission is 12,600 Kenya shillings. 12,600 Kenya shillings. So that is a very, very important concept that you should note. If you are told he is given a commission for sales above a certain amount of money, for you to get the sales from which you receive the commission, subtract that amount of money that you are told it should be above. Then you get the commission using the formula that I began by teaching you. So that is well understood. So far we've learned how to get the commission. It's a rate over 100 multiplied by sales. We've learned how to get the total earnings. Is the basic salary plus the commission. We've learned what to do when you are told that he is given a commission for sales above a certain amount of money. You'll get that total sales, subtract that certain amount of money, then you'll get the sales from which he gets the commission from. I hope you've understood that example that we've done. Now, my dear student, I want us to do a 10 marks example on commission so that you may understand this topic well. I want us to do a 10 marks question on commission so that you may understand the topic well. So be very keen on this question because we'll handle various things. That is example. Let's call it example 1. Nyambura is a salesperson who receives a basic salary of 45,000 shillings per month. She is given a 12% commission. She is given a 12% commission for sales above 120,000 shillings. In the month of January, she sold goods worth 300,000 shillings. Question A. Calculate Nyambura's commission for the month of January. For the month of January. That is 3 marks. Question B. Her total sales increased by 10% and dropped by 8% in the month of February and March, in the months of February and March respectively. Roman 1 of question B, calculate Nyambura's commission for the month of February. And Roman 2, calculate Nyambura's total earnings. For the month of March. Roman 1 is 3 marks. Roman 2 is 4 marks. So that is our question, a 10 marks question. So we are going to tackle this question story by story, step by step, until you understand. So we are told that Nyambura is a salesperson who receives a basic salary of 45,000 per month. So that is solution. She is given a 12% commission for sales above 120,000. In the month of January, she sold goods worth 300,000 shillings. Now, my dear student, note that we are told she is given a 12% commission for sales above 120,000. In the month of January, she sold goods worth 300,000 shillings. So solution for part A, the total sales. My dear student, the total sales she made that month is 300,000. But Nyambura is not going to get commission from 300,000 because she gets commission for sales above 120,000. So for us to get the sales from which she is going to get the commission, we'll come and subtract. We'll take sales is equals to 300,000, that is the total sales, minus 120,000, which we are told sales above. And therefore, the sales from which Nyambura is going to get the commission from is 300,000 subtracted. When you subtract 120,000, we'll get 300,000 minus 120,000, we'll get 180,000 shillings. I hope we are moving on well. This is the sales from which Nyambura is going to get commission from. Therefore, now to get our commission is equal to the rate of 100 times the sales. And therefore, our commission here will be The rate of commission is 12%. So 12% multiplied by 180,000. 12% multiplied by 180,000, and we'll get the commission. So the commission that she receives is 21,600 shillings. I hope that is well understood. You have your 3 good marks. She receives a 12% commission for sales above 120,000. She sold goods worth 300,000. So you have to subtract 120,000 from the total sales so that you can get the sales from which Nyambura is going to get the commission. Then after you've gotten the sales from which Nyambura is going to get the commission, you use your formula, 12%, which is the rate of commission, multiplied by the sales. Question B. Her total sales increased by 10% and dropped by 8% in the months of February and March respectively. The term respectively means that the total sales increased by 10% in the month of February and dropped by 8% in the month of March. So Roman 1, calculate Nyambura's commission for the month of February. So now to start on Roman 1, her total sales increased by 10% in the month of February. The total sales initially was 300,000. So we have to increase the 300,000 with 10%. So if our total sales, which was 100%, is 300,000, then if we increase it by 10%, we ask ourselves, what about 110%? Because you take the 100%, you earn the 10% that are increased. So when you cross multiply, you'll get 110 multiplied by 300,000 divided by 100. And therefore, you'll get the total sales for February. This is the total sales for February. This is the total sales for February. 110% of 300,000. So we'll take 110 multiplied by 300,000 divided by 100, and we'll get the total sales for February as 330,000. Now, this is the total sales for February. I want to repeat that step so that you may understand. We are told that her total sales increased by 10% and dropped by 8% for the month of February and March respectively. This means that the total sales increased by 10% for the month of February and dropped by 8% for the month of March. Now that our total sales increased by 10% for the month of February, we know that January, the total sales was 300,000. And this 300,000, let us take it as 100%. Then for the month of February, it increased by 10%. Therefore, the total sales for February will be 110% multiplied by the total sales for January. That's why we are saying if 100% is 300,000, what about 110%? We cross multiply, we get 110 multiplied by 300,000 divided by 100, and we'll get the total sales for February as 330,000. That is not all. That is the total sales for February. We are asked to get Nyambura's commission for February. So what do? We need to get Nyambura's commission for February. Remember that he is given commission for sales in excess or above 120,000. So if 330,000 is the total sales for February, we need to get the sales in February for which she has to get the commission. So our sales from which she'll get the commission will be the total sales for February, 330,000, subtract 120,000. Subtract 120,000 and you'll get 330,000, subtract 120,000, you'll get 210,000 shillings. Now that is the commission, sorry, that is the sales from which you'll get the commission, 210,000. Back to our formula of commission. So our commission that month will be equals to the rate which we are given as 12% of multiplied by 210,000. So the commission will be equals to the rate multiplied by the rate which is 12% multiplied by 210%. So multiplied by 210,000, you'll get 25,200 shillings. 25,200 shillings. That is Nyambura's commission for the month of February. March. Now back to our Roman 2 question as we complete that example. We are told that the total sales dropped, Roman 2, the total sales dropped by 8%. Remember that the total sales was 300,000 in January. The total sales in January was 300,000. The total sales increased by 10%, and in February, the total sales was 330,000. Now, these total sales dropped in the month of March. The total sales again now dropped in the month of March by 8%. So we'll come and say if it dropped by 8%, it was initially 100%. If it drops by 8%, it will be 100. So the total sales for March, it will be 100% minus 8%, which is 92%. So the total sales for March, is equals to 92% of the total sales for February, because it was 300,000 in January, it came to 330,000 in February. Now, the total sales for February is the one that is dropping by 8%, and therefore it will be 92% of 330,000. So the total sales for March, which is 92% of 330,000, 92% of 330,000 is 303,600 shillings. That is the total sales for the month of March. Now, since this is the total sales for the month of March, and we are asked to get the total earnings for the month of March, we need now to come and say that the sales from which you'll get commission is 303,600 shillings minus 120,000. Remember, he is given commission for sales above 120,000. And therefore, if the total sales for the month of March was 303,600 shillings, we must subtract 120,000 for us to get the commission from which, the sales from which you'll get the commission from. So we subtract 120,000, we'll get 183,600 shillings. That is the sales from which Nyambura will get commission from in the month of March. Now that we have the sales, we come and get the commission for the month of March, which is rate 12/100 multiplied by the sales 183,600 shillings. So commission is equals to 12/100 multiplied by 12/100, that is the rate of commission, multiplied by 183,600 shillings, which is our sales that month, and we'll get the commission for the month of March as 22,032. 22,032. This is the commission for the month of March. But the question is not commission. The question is total earnings. The question is total earnings. Total earnings for the month of March. Total earnings for the month of March is equals to basic salary. Initially in our question, we're saying that he's paid a basic salary of 45,000. Basic salary 45,000 plus the commission that he got in the month of March, which is 22,032 Kenya shillings. So Nyambura's total earnings in the month of March will be equals to 45,000 plus 22,032, which will give us 67,032. That is the total earnings in the month of March. So we said total sales for March dropped by 8%. So it will be 92% multiplied by the total sales for February. Then we subtract 120,000 because he is given a commission for sales above 120,000. We get 183,600 shillings. Then back to our commission. The rate of commission is 12%. So commission will be equals to 12% of 183,600 shillings, which we get as 22,032. Total earnings is the basic salary, which is 45,000 Kenya shillings, plus the commission that we've gotten in March, which is 22,032 shillings, and we get the total earnings for the month of March as 67,032. 67,032. So, my dear students, that is well understood on commission. That is all we have to do on commission. Once you have understood that example that I've given, the example of 10 marks, you will be in a good position to get the 10 marks in every exam that you are asked the question of commission. My dear student, I, Kelvin Fudu Nyambura, am an author of a book known as Never Give Up. This is my first book, Never Give Up. If you want to learn how never to give up, dealing with shameful scenarios, become the change that you need, how to believe in God in the midst of chaos. God will fulfill his purpose in your life. Attitude changes your destiny. Overcoming fear of failure and the healing power of God. Remaining focused. If you want to learn about all that and you want to know that you should never give up, you can purchase this book. It's a good book. If you want to get the book, my number is 0705 845 747 and you'll get the copy. May God bless you, my dear students, for the lesson. I hope you've understood. My name is Teacher Kelvin Fudi Wanyabura from Bethlehem Senior School. I'm born again. God bless you, and never forget to pray before you do anything. God bless you abundantly.